Welcome back to the channel, guys. On today's video, we're talking how to get clients as a beginner photographer. On today's video, I want to give you an actual practical guide approach to finding clients. I know if you're reading online or if you're looking through Instagram or blogs, there's going to be a million ways people suggest to do marketing, to put yourself out there. I want to give you some specific ideas and tools and a proper order of things to follow so you can actually start booking clients today. The very first thing you need to do is to pick a niche. The reason why I say this is because if you're just starting to find clients or if you're just starting your photography career, chances are you're still pretty new at taking photos. And even if you're not, you want to get better and better and better at one thing only. I always say you want to be the master of one thing rather than average at many. This is going to play into your marketing strategy because people are going to want to come to you and only you for that thing you do. But it's also going to help you not only develop your skills and your look within one niche, it's going to help you understand your ideal client. When you pick a niche and when you pick the kind of photography that you like to do, you start developing your look and your portfolio and your entire business around that particular type of photography. And in turn, inevitably, you're going to be talking to one specific type of client. So when you know who you're talking to, it is a lot easier to figure out where to find them, what to say, and what the approach is. Once you've decided on a niche, you want to develop your portfolio as best as you can. You want to create a curated group of images that really speak to the kind of clients you want to be booked by. The reason why I'm putting this so at the beginning of your finding clients journey, it's because when you find your ideal client, if you don't have the kind of work that they want to see to show them, there is not very high chance that they're going to hire you. So even if you're a newbie, if you have a very curated portfolio that speaks directly to your ideal client, there's a much bigger appeal for them to want to hire you, regardless of your expertise. In fact, nothing speaks bigger of your expertise and your quality of work than your work itself. So if you don't know anything about marketing, if you don't know anything about social media, and if you don't know anything about finding clients, just know how to do good work. That is the first step and the most important step, and do good work that speaks to your ideal client. So we know what is our ideal client and we have an amazing portfolio to showcase our work. What is next? Well, putting yourself out there. Listen, people aren't gonna find you. They're not gonna come knocking on your door and asking for your services, at least not at the beginning. This will happen with time, and once you've been shooting and people have been recommending you and the word has been going around about your work, it will happen. But until that happens, you have to do the work yourself. So that means you gotta go knocking on doors, real or digital, and offer your services. So putting yourself out there looks like doing a lot of free work before you get paid. And that means not just online but offline as well. Yes, you want to be sharing your work on socials, but you want to be pitching your work to people in collaboration and creative type of shoots. So, for example, if you want to be a wedding photographer, you can try shooting a friend's wedding. You can bring your camera along when you're assisting weddings. If you are a portrait photographer, offer to do photos for all of your friends. If you do event photography, bring your camera and volunteer at a community's event. But make sure you are seen with your work, that you're shooting, that you're creating, and that you're getting in touch with potential clients. And in terms of getting paid, is the exact same thing. You have to put yourself out there. You have to offer your services. So whoever is your ideal client and your niche, you gotta get in front of them and you got to offer your services. You have to have the guts to say, I am here, I charge for my work, I am worth it, and I want you to hire me. People are not gonna volunteer to hire you, at least not at the beginning. You have to go out there and offer your services. Now, I know this is the hardest thing to do as a beginner because you might not be feeling confident yet. You might be feeling like you don't have as much experience or as much portfolio. You might be not even sure how much to charge, and that is all very normal and it's okay. It still doesn't mean you should not put yourself out there. So put yourself out there, offer your services to any and every potential client out there, and once they say maybe or they say yes, that's when you worry about the next step. And that brings me to the next point. Find clients at your level. If you're a fashion photographer, chances are you're not gonna be shooting the next Adidas campaign. However, you can find a brand that is at your level, a brand that is just starting out, a brand whose visuals are not quite there yet, and maybe they don't have a full-blown budget to hire a photographer that's been doing this for 10 years. So, just like you want them to give you a chance for being a beginner, you wanna give them a chance as a beginner brand as well. These are perfect partnerships because you can discuss pricing, you can discuss exchange of time, energy, and talents in a way that is more open and that is clear to everyone that everybody's getting something out of this experience. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't charge for your work. You should, but you can use competitive rates to break into the industry and to start testing your comfort level. You're not going to be able to charge your full dream ideal rates right off the bat because you're going to have to play around and see what works for your clients, what kind of deliverables and timelines and price points are the right thing for the type of work you want to do. And the only way to know is by trial and error. So get out there, find clients at your level, pitch competitive rates, and get going. The next thing on our list is to create a service and price list. I wouldn't necessarily say that this comes after the last step. It's something that you want to be doing simultaneously. You want to make sure that you know what you charge for your services, because if somebody says yes to you, you need to know what to say after. So let's say you pitch your services to someone and you say, I'm a photographer, I want to do some work with you, and they go, absolutely, what are your rates? You better have an answer for that. And the best way to get here is to do research, do competitive research, look online, try to find rates from other photographers, ask within your community, and if none of that is available and if everything else fails, good old trial and error will get you there. Just so you know, more often than not, beginner photographers undercharge than overcharge. So don't be afraid to ask for what you think you're worth and maybe ask a little bit extra. If a client says no, you can always negotiate and go back to a rate that they feel comfortable with. And last but not least, building your website and social media. Now notice how this is the last step and not the first. A lot of beginner photographers make the mistake to think that they are supposed to have a perfect Instagram and a beautiful website and then the clients will just come. That's not how it works. The first clients are going to come from you networking, from you getting yourself out there, and from you pitching your services to potential clients. Once you have that, not only you have more work to show and more confidence and some experience, now you're going to be ready to build a website, create a social media presence, and really know how to speak to your potential future clients. Your website and your social media should have one goal and one goal only, and that is to get potential clients to reach out and get in touch with you. So when you're building your social media, don't get discouraged if you don't have a huge following, if people are not engaging with your posts. Just keep the eye on the prize. It is a place for you to display your work and to know that if people find you, they will be interested in the kind of work that you do, because that is what you're showing. If you're interested in learning how to grow your social media, how to set up your Instagram, and how to use the bio and the SEO to get found by potential clients, check out my videos on this channel for more information on that. That's it for today, guys. Hope this was helpful. Subscribe, like, comment, all the things. See you next time.